Alrighty, YouTube, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farms YouTube channel. On this channel, we are pure country, and it's finally warm. It was like 73 yesterday. We're up in northern Illinois. It's 71 right now. I want to take advantage of this weather. It's supposed to cool off just a little bit. What I'm going to do here, this is hive number 1, my Carniola hive, the only one that survived the winter. The other ones didn't make, unfortunately. So I am going to get in this time. I want to see what's going on. I have a feeling I know what's going on. I have a feeling I'm going to have to reduce this hive to 1 box. So I'm going to go in here. We're going to check this out. I'm going to see if there's any. I'm hoping there's some brood, or I'm hoping there's an active queen in here, or laying queen. If not, I'm going to have to get a queen at some point soon when my other bees. I've got bees coming here. I'm going to try something different too with this hive. I'm going to put buckfast in there. That's a whole other story. Anyway, let's open this thing up here, and I'm going to suit up here because I have a feeling they're not going to like. I didn't light my smoker, which I'll be all right. I was in here yesterday. I didn't have my smoker. That wasn't too bad. So got to kind of get back into this beekeeping routine again here, getting all your stuff out and getting set up. But we are going to suit up because, yeah, they might not be real happy with me. This hive was really aggressive in the fall. I mean, they would just come right at you. So we'll see what goes on here. I'm going to take this lid off and put it over here. And there they all are. I'm not going to try and move the camera, be too hard. But the cluster is right up here on the top. My hive tool, I'm going to pop this open. Oh. And there's the cluster. It's not very big. Bees do much better in small places. So I have a feeling, and I don't have my gloves here, so let me grab my gloves, hang on. I really don't like to wear the gloves. I'm going to find a smaller pair actually that are really easy on the grip. I'd rather not wear them, but they might be a little aggressive right now, so we're going to just put the gloves on just to be safe. It ain't no fun getting stung all the time. Okay, the cluster is right here. You probably can't see it. So what I'm going to do, you can kind of see them right there. I want to go into this hive and see what's going on. That box isn't very heavy. They've eaten a lot of the honey from last year. And I really don't think there's anything going on down here. Just pop this open here. Just some empty frames. Let's put them right here. There's plenty of drawn comb. There's some dead bees. Yeah, there's like nothing going on. The frames are drawn, but so what I'm going to do, I don't really got to get into all this. Here's some old brood. I am going to treat for Varroa a little bit different this year. I'm going to start it in May once it warms up. I'm going to treat them in early summer, late spring, and then again in September when the supers come off. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's some dead bees. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I need my other table out here, which I don't have, and it's really muddy out here. I'm going to take this box. This is really light. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, hold on, let me get this cleaned out. Here's what my screen bottom boards look like. These things work really nice. I really like these. So I'm going to take this, put this back. We're going to put this box right back on top of here. So now we're going to be 1 box only. So some of these frames, I'm going to pull some of this out. I mean, look at some of this wild comb they've drawn here. There is some honey on this. So what I'm going to do, see, I need to get myself back in routine here. I got all my tools, put them up and stuff. I've got frame holders. Let me just put this right there. There's a lot of wild comb in here. They're eating. There's some comb there. What I'm going to wind up doing, actually I'm going to put these frames, I'm going to set these here. They'll go back into the box. I'm going to start marking my queens this year because I'm not really good at finding her. There is a little bit of brood here. I don't see, of course I didn't bring my glasses out. But since they're in the middle, this is where I'm going to leave them. Now, it looks like there's a little larva in there. Hopefully there's a laying queen in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, set this up, and then come back in a week or so. Well, a little bit longer than that actually. Probably a month we'll open it back up and we'll see. They're working. So I'm going to leave these guys right here in the middle. That's where they want to be. You always want to have all your brood and stuff right in the center, your honey on the outside frames. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these wild frames out and I'm going to put some of these plain frames in. This drawn comb. Yeah, some of this one's really, there's a lot of honey on this. So we're going to leave, wow, this is really heavy. So this one is staying. There's a bunch of honey on it. I'm going to move it to the outside. I'm going to put that frame of honey on the outside. And there's not a lot of honey on that one either. I'm going to kind of leave, there's honey in here, so I'm just going to leave that. That's kind of an ugly mess, but hey, they're eating, right? We'll just leave that in here. Put that there. I want to try and checkerboard this just a little bit, but I am going to leave all my girls right here in the middle where they like it. There's a little bit more honey here. I'm going to push that over. And we're going to take some of these empty. I can feel them trying to sting me through my gloves. I should have my smoker lit, but I didn't feel like it, I guess, is a good enough answer. So this is going to be, that's an empty frame. I'm going to switch this out too. I want to get some empty frames in here so the queen's got room to start doing something. Start laying eggs. I'm hoping she's in here. We'll find out soon enough. If she's not, like I said, I'm going to requeen it. And what I'm going to do when I get my new packages, I'm going to put them in 5 frame. They're trying to sting me right through my gloves. What I'm going to do when I get my new packages, I'm going to put them in there, and I got frame dividers that I made. And I'm going to make them like a 5 frame nuke in a 10 frame box. This way, when it's time to expand, I don't got to be moving stuff around. Okay, that's a good frame. There's lots of honey on that. Let me put... I really wish that frame wasn't so full of honey because it is really wild. There's some wild comb in there. Let me take one of these frames here. For the drawn frame. Some of that is going to bust. I can just see it coming. The only reason I'm leaving this frame in is because it's full of honey. Unless I could turn it this way. Well, they're not going to like this, but I'm going to take some of that out of there because I'm going to keep them fed though, so I really don't want to do this, but there's still enough, there's still a bunch of honey on this frame, so, and there is honey. Yeah, I really didn't want to do that. Now, let's see if we can get this back in there. Shit. Okay, this frame is making things really difficult, and I don't have... And actually, you know what? I do. I've got... Over here, hang on a minute. You can't see me, but I'm over here by number 4. And I've got some full frames in here that I've been getting ready for. Hang on, I'm coming. All right, here's a nice frame of honey right here. This side is all capped. You could actually harvest that if you wanted to. But I'm not going to, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this here. Now, that frame will go in there real nice. Right. Try not to squish any bees while you're at it here. So now, and I am going to keep them fed. And as soon as the weather breaks, I'm going to put sugar water on this. You can see where the cluster is right there. Yeah, this frame here is just a mess. They've got all this weird comb drawn out. I'm going to leave this right here. And I don't got to worry too much about robbing right now because obviously this is the only hive that's going. So let me bring the camera over here and you can see that. Sorry if I'm jumping around here. You can see now the cluster's right there in the middle. There's honey here, there's honey here, and then there's drawn frame on either side. So now hopefully they will work that hive just right, and that queen will start laying here. Let me get, sorry if I'm jumping this around here, guys. It's hard to tell with the sun's right in my eyes here, which is kind of a nice thing because we've all been freezing. Okay, I can see myself. Here we go. All right, so we're good. So, honey, frames. We're going to close them up just like this. I'm going to clean up some of these other frames. I've got these boxes all ready to go. So when I get my new packages, I can put them already in. So that's it. We'll come back and we'll come back in a month. That's right. Today's what, March 28th, I want to say. This is March 28th. We'll come back. We'll open it in a month, and we'll see. And I'll be able to tell. Actually, I'll be able to tell by the activity on the outside. It looks like there's a few baby bees in here. I know my hives had varroa. That didn't help. This hive, I actually shook some of these bees in the alcohol wash, and I found some varroa. but obviously it was a strong enough colony to keep going, so it didn't hurt them too bad. There were a bunch of dead bees, because I came in here yesterday, it was like 73. I picked this up, I cleaned off that screen, the bottom board, just to get all the dead bees out of it, and put it all back together. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, I need to do something with this box. And the Mother Nature is cooperating today. Thank God. It has been so cold. It's like we're wasting so much spring on this lousy weather. All right, so anyways, we're going to put this back together. I'm still going to leave my insulated inner cover on it. I've got my screen candy board, my screened sugar board, whatever you want to call it. This thing is really nice. I made a video on this. I love this thing. This sits in there really nice. The bees can come right through it. It's quarter-inch hardware cloth, heavier duty stuff. You can see the sugar, how they've been eating on it. So I'm going to leave them fed. I'm still going to leave them fed. I'm not going to take that away, obviously. So we're going to put this on without crushing any girls here. One good way to do this when you put your boxes back on your boards, put it down like that and then slide it. And then if there's any bees on it, you're just going to push them right off. If you take it, just plop it right on, you're going to crush bees. And at this time of the year, I ain't got that many bees to lose. So I don't want to do that. So I've got that. I'm going to put my insulated cover back on, because it's still, see, if you put it on like this, put it on and just slide it across. It's got the upper entrance. There's an upper entrance there too. Actually, there's some bees in there. Yeah, these are really nice. These insulated inner covers, knock on wood, for as lousy as it's been, and when I was able to check on my girls, there was no moisture in the hive at all. That vent hole lets the air get out, lets the moisture escape. It's been a beautiful thing. So nothing, I got no mold. I mean, that looks like I just put it back in the fall. There is no mold anywhere. If you see mold, that means you got moisture in your hive. That's bad. That will kill your bees. The cold generally won't kill your bees. I've always been saying the cold doesn't kill your bees. Moisture will. But if your cluster isn't big enough, and it gets like, it was 30 below zero. We had 2 days. One was 28, the other one was 30 below. That was just crazy. If your cluster's not big enough and there's too much room in there and they can't keep warm, they'll die from that. They need to be able to cluster and keep warm. So anyways, there was no moisture whatsoever, and that was great. I loved it. I'm really happy with the way that came out. There is a video on that if you want to check it out. All right, so we're good. I don't want to trap any of you guys in here. Come on. Where's my roof? It's way over there. Let me pick this up here. Let's get this out of the way. Hive management. I'm going to do things a little bit different too. You know, you learn as you go along here. We all can teach each other stuff. Yeah, see, I don't see. Yeah. The only good thing about when a hive dies, you can reuse your frames. You got all that drawn comb. All these boxes here have all drawn comb in them. So when my new bees come, like I said, this is the end of March. They're supposed to come in middle till end of April sometime. There is plenty of comb for them to lay on, for the queen to start laying on right away. The bees don't got to work so hard to build the comb first. You won't go through as much sugar water feeding them, because when you feed them, they build their comb from that. You won't have to go through so much of that. Because obviously once the nectar flow starts, they're out foraging, and so having the drawn comb is really handy. So collect your frames every year. You just collect more and more of your frames, and that comes in really handy. All right, I'm going to put the roof back on, and we are good to go. Put this back on. Make sure there's no girls in here. Come on, get out of there. Get out. I don't want to trap you. There. So now, I've got, you can see all that, see this little brown stuff? That's Nosema. Obviously they had a little bit of that in the spring here, or when they started coming out. So now we went from a 2-frame, or a 2-deep box to a single, which, like I said, the bees do better in smaller places. That was just way too much room. They weren't doing nothing below. So now they've got all that room. Hopefully they'll start there's a queen in there laying. She's got plenty of comb to lay on. Once they start getting, oh, there it goes. Once they start getting too built out really well in there, then I'll add the second box. But until then, I'm going to let them have all that single box, let them just build all those frames out, and then I'll put a second box, let them come up. So that's nice and straight. You can see they're out, they're flying. I'll leave these frames here. I'll leave this box open in case there's any bees in there. And later on when the sun goes down and starts cooling off, they'll all go back in. Then I'll bring it up to the house. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I taught you something, because I learned from other people too. I'm actually kind of hot. Yeah, hopefully you learned something from this. You liked the video. If you do like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Questions, comments are always welcome. Consider subscribing to the channel. Support the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. A lot of beekeeping stuff, a lot of farm stuff, a lot of animal stuff. So anyways, that's about it. So YouTube, oh, and if you do subscribe, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Click that bell. You'll get notified every time a video comes out, which I've been doing I've got a bunch of them ready to go. I've been trying to put one out once a week, twice a week. There'll be a lot of beekeeping videos coming up here. So stay tuned. So until next time, YouTube, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.